Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming more of a personal kind of video. It's not going to be the kind of content I would normally make. Usually with my videos I tend to write a script or a general outline of points to go off of. I won't be doing that today. Today is more of me just talking a little bit off the cuff, speaking off the top of my head, because I just want to give a little update with my channel about some of the content I want to make going into the future. And I also wanted to say a little bit of thank you to those who have been watching and enjoying my content, and those who have subscribed, commented, and liked my videos that I've made up until now. So the first thing I want to say is thank you if you are a subscriber, because I actually surpassed 1,000 subscribers on this channel. I didn't think that would happen. I was sitting at 24 subscribers for what felt like an eternity, and all of a sudden I had 200 and then 500, and then before I knew it I was at 950, and now I'm at a little over 1K, and I wouldn't be able to have done that if it wasn't for all of you. So I just want to start off by saying a deep, profound thank you to everyone who is supporting the channel and where it's at right now. I have a lot of content that I'm toying with the idea of creating. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. This channel is still very much so in its beginning stages. I don't know what my channel will become later on in its life. I don't know what direction I'm going to be moving into with it. All I know is that I enjoy certain types of topics and certain types of videos relating to saints and saint work, certain things relating to folk magic. I am a huge proponent of all of that. I absolutely love reading and researching about saints in general. I love the iconography and the imagery, and I have a very soft spot for folk saints from all over the world, whether they be from Argentina or Mexico or China or Russia or the Philippines. It really doesn't matter. I just love reading about it, and I hope to eventually create videos introducing people to different folk saints from many different cultures. I don't work with all of these saints, so I can't give you the perspective of somebody who actively practices magic with these saints, but I hope that by creating little videos going over the history and the more typical veneration of some of these beings, I can help to broaden people's knowledge, and maybe introduce somebody to a saint that may catch their eye or may have to do with their heritage or cultural background, if somebody likes to work with beings in that capacity. So there's a lot to do with that. Not to mention there are 2 videos I want to make relating to what I believe to be up and coming folk saints. So these are beings, one is a person, one is an animal, and they have to do with they're not saints yet, not officially, like they're not on the Wikipedia list of folk saints just yet, but I feel like they're gonna get there, maybe. One of them is the late Tejano singer Selena, who is becoming a folk saint, in my opinion. I mean, there are a few little stories floating around here and there about people with small altars to her, people who pray to her. I mean, and that's very, very fascinating and interesting, because we could be potentially seeing the beginning of a folk saint, right before our very eyes. And I plan on making a video just about that in the near future, hopefully. I also wanted to make a video about a dog from Chile called Negro Matapacos, which is like a black riot dog. He is on the Wikipedia page for riot dogs, which are dogs that are associated with different, rioting and civil disobedience in different places and countries. The one that makes this one unique is because he is a black dog with a red bandana around his neck, and he basically has become a symbol for rebellion, not just in his country of origin, but now he's spread to other countries too, and he's become just a general symbol of rebellion. I've heard people refer to him as I've heard people refer to him as like a patron saint of those who rebel, a patron saint of people who are politically oppressed and things like that. And it's also, again, very fascinating. There are not that many animal folk saints in general. This is the second potential animal folk saint that I know of. The only other one I know of is also a dog, which I may or may not make a video about him going into the future. I probably will, just for fun. But that's just two examples of up and coming folk saints, in my opinion, that I feel like would be fun to make videos about. I also want to make a little bit more Santa Muerte content going into the future. I know all of the Santa Muerte videos I've made up until now have done really well, relatively speaking. They seem to gain a lot more traction, a lot more comments and views, like right off the bat. I mean, I'm not creating a Santa Muerte YouTube channel, but I am a devotee, and I do love speaking about her and talking about her. I'm by no means an expert on her, but I do think very, very highly of her. And I think that some information on her, generally speaking, can be a little bit hard to come by, or is just not readily found. And there's a lot of conflicting information, including what I believe to be misinformation about her floating around. So I would just like to get some of the stuff straight a little bit for people who are maybe feeling like they're being called to work with her, or people that are just curious and want a general understanding of her, because she has really risen in popularity, and in my opinion, her popularity is just constantly rising exponentially with every passing day. So I will probably make more content relating to her, but I don't know what that will be or how soon. I considered making content about the dreams I've had about her, because I've had several, or synchronicities she's done in my life, or interactions with her. I've wanted to make videos about some unverified personal gnosis that I've gotten relating to her owl itself, the one that's always seen with her, like relating to who it is and like its name and things like that, or even other aspects of her that I can't find information about anywhere online. So in my opinion, they may be unrecorded aspects of her, but I'm not going to share anything like that unless I get the okay from her, and I haven't got it just yet. Unless she has been saying it's fine, and it's been going over my head because my clairvoyant abilities are not where they could be. So we'll see about that. We'll see. But I just, like I said, I'm very passionate about my devotion with her, and I will probably make more content about her going into the future, as well as content about a lot of other folk saints, especially ones like San La Muerte, or La Catrina, or even San Pascualito, or other death folk saints from around the world, especially ones that are commonly confused with Santa Muerte, like San La Muerte, which is the male Argentinian folk saint of death, who also resembles a Grim Reaper, but they're not really related to each other. And I will probably make a video about him, and then I'll probably make another video about the differences and the similarities between them, just to dispel confusion for devotees of either or just people who just think they can just kind of go back and forth between them, because in my opinion, they are most definitely two different beings. So so going into the future, I plan on making a lot more content relating to folk saints and relating to potentially up and coming folk saints. I want to make more content relating to a few regular saints, officially canonized saints who have been slightly incorporated into magic or Catholic folk magic, because folk magic is something that very much intrigues me. I also am going to continue doing reviews of tarot decks and of occult books. I have a pretty hefty collection of tarot decks and occult books, but I don't want to overwhelm my channel with just tarot deck reviews. But I do have a lot of tarot decks, both right-hand path and left-hand path, books and decks. So I may do more content relating to that, because even if the bulk of my subscribers aren't left-hand path practitioners, I share content that interests me, And if there are LHP people who follow my channel, I would like them to gain a little bit of value, because if I find value in something like a certain deck or book, I would like to share that with everybody. And if it reaches at least one person who is able to go out and purchase that item and they find value in that, then I feel like I was, successful in sharing something from my personal collection or my personal practice with them, which is important to me. Other than that, that's about it for the most part. I'm just going to keep making content like that. There are other kinds of videos I was considering making. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing that. If I'm going to go ahead and follow through with that. I might make a video discussing my personal practice and what it is I personally believe in and follow. I don't think I've ever shared any of that kind of information on my channel before, but I would pretty much like to. There's a lot to do with that kind of stuff. Also, I really like to draw and paint, and so I was thinking of maybe posting some videos relating to how to create very beautiful sigils and beautiful Book of Shadows pages if you are creating your own grimoires or spell books. If you get into that, I am considering doing that. I was also considering maybe filming myself, recording myself, creating certain pages for different folk sayings or different kinds of magical practices, and maybe selling them through Etsy if you wanted to own them yourself. That was another thing I considered. So I have a lot of ideas planned. If you have any requests for content relating to any kind of saint, any like folk saint, anything magic or metaphysical related, anything, especially if it's in line with some of the stuff you see me discuss on my channel, then go ahead and suggest it. I won't make a video, of anything that's suggested to me. If it's something I'm just not knowledgeable about at all, or if I'm not comfortable with it, or if it just doesn't interest me, like I will very politely say so. But I'm very eager to hear what you all have to say. And if there's any particular being or saint or spirit that you have a strong attraction to, or if you want, me to share a little bit of information about, whatever it is you want to know about, then go ahead and, drop some suggestions in the comments below. I am very eager. I do read all the comments. Even if I don't reply to every single comment, I read every single comment I get on every single video. So, any suggestions that are made, like somebody asked for a San La Muerte video. I was planning on doing one anyway, but somebody did ask me for that, and I was making that anyway. Somebody else asked for a video for La Catrina, which is another female skeletal kind of political figure, sort of, but she's been associated with Day of the Dead. I was thinking I'm gonna go ahead and make a video on that one as well. So if you have any video suggestions, drop them down below. I really genuinely want to hear them. I am growing a little community, hopefully non-toxic. I don't appreciate any toxic comments. I will delete any comments that are just extremely negative or that are attacking the beliefs of anybody else. I don't mind hot takes. I don't mind strong opinions, but if you are saying something negative towards, my practices, my beliefs, or anybody else's, I will probably delete the comment. And that's just another thing. If you are a Christian or a Catholic and you don't agree with veneration of certain beings, and you say, if you make a comment stating that you don't agree with that, then that's fine. I won't delete it. But if you say, bad things are going to happen to those who venerate certain beings, then obviously I won't stand for that. I just want a place for people to maybe get some food for thought, maybe learn something new about something that they're interested in or intrigued by. And I just want us all to learn from each other and grow from each other. I've seen a lot of people answering other people's questions in the comments, which I think is a wonderful and beautiful thing. I think that we should all be sharing our experiences and knowledge with each other and lifting each other up, not putting each other down or trying to fearmonger or bully one another, because the occult community, those who practice folk magic, left-hand path work, right-hand path work, it all is demonized within the eyes of certain religious groups. So we really should not be fighting within ourselves anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, of course, you can let me know through a comment. And once again, thank you so much for the support, for the comments, for the likes. It means the world to me. I am still learning. I'm still in the beginning stages of my spiritual journey. I feel like I'm always going to be a beginner no matter how much I learn, because there is so much to learn about so many things. And I am so excited to keep learning. And I'm glad that all of you can be a part of the journey that I'm on as well. So once again, thank you so much for the 1,000 subscribers. It is awesome. I can barely believe it. It makes me really excited, and it has me pumped up to create even more content for everyone going into the future. So that's all I wanted to say. Just a big thank you, and just to discuss a little bit of the future of my channel with all of you. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Leroy, Mysterious Leroy, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.